Hey, everybody, and welcome to this episode 260 of the Thoughtium Navigating Now virtual roundtable series. This special episode built to last, and I am with the Thoughtium partner team for this special episode. Grift Krenbrink, Norm Ralph, welcome, guys.
Good to be here.
Yep, I feel like we've probably shared this stage a handful of times before. This one maybe being one of the more important episodes that the three of us are really bringing to you all, our community, our clients, our family. We're super excited to share some important updates to the way that we're going to organize ourselves in 2026 and beyond, the way that we'll be servicing our clients and our community. And this has really been the product of 4 or 5 months of some real planning to make sure that starting in 2026, we're really poised for the type of growth and acceleration that this team is ready for. And we start with some organizational changes. One of the things that we started to talk about a couple months ago as we were planning our 2026 strategy and beyond was how is the team organized formally and informally around the biggest opportunities for our business. And that led us to really think about how are we even organized at the top. We as a leadership team have been guiding the direction of Thoughtium over the course of the last 10 years for some of us, and that doesn't we can't avoid the question, hey, how are we best positioned to really serve the future of Thoughtium? And so we asked that question, and we got really excited about better positioning our leadership team for the success of Thoughtium moving forward. And so our first big update, our organizational update, is that effective January 1st, I will be transitioning into a more brand-focused role as Chief Brand Officer, and we will be putting Grift Krenbrink in the CEO position of Thoughtium moving forward. An exciting shift, not just for the firm, but hopefully for you all who experience Thoughtium in different ways. So Grift, congratulations to you first and foremost.
Thanks so much. Hopefully no one just left the live stream because of that. I jokingly said when we told the team, good thing that no one logged immediately off of Zoom when it was announced. But on a serious note, I so honored, so humbled to be taken over in the CEO seat moving forward. And it's crazy to think I've been here close to half a decade, and I don't think this was on the roadmap when I joined the organization. But as I've said time and time again on this platform and in many other instances, like, this is a special place. I found a real home for myself, for my family, just for the way that I want to be, and the leader that I ascribe and aspire to be. And man, I couldn't tell you how excited I am to be stepping into this particular role with this team, with the momentum we have, with the big plans, the ambitious goals we're setting for 2026 and beyond. And again, I take equal parts excitement and a little bit of anxiety in this moment, because I just want to make sure it all comes to fruition, and I want to make sure that we hit the next wave of growth and we see Thoughtium become an even more sophisticated and mature organization, but we don't lose sight of the magic that's brought us to this moment.
Grift would never announce it, particularly on this platform, but the impact that he's had on Thoughtium over the course of the last 5 years is so reflective of his leadership. Our business has more than doubled since Grift has joined the organization 5 years ago. He has brought in a handful of new industries and organizations, and has really challenged the status quo in terms of how we run the business internally. One of the exciting things about running a small business is that we get to kind of tell the story and share the process along the way, which is why we're excited to share some of these details as to why a shift like this at the top. And the next thing that I'll say too is, personally for me, this is a really exciting moment. As co-founder and CEO over the course of the last 10 years, I have been able to guide the direction of the firm. But I've said it a million times that from day one, I wanted to build a business that was bigger than any name or role. This was never going to be Anthony Ewing and Associates. And in particular, I had a real passion for building a brand that was bigger than any one single person on this team. And I'd like to think that over the last 10 years, we've built an incredible brand that really spans beyond individual talent and is a reflection of the collective team and all of our talents pooled together. And with that, I'm really excited to step into a role that is more focused on continuing to build, create, and perpetuate the brand presence that we have out in the marketplace. I joked with the team that after starting my LLC on LegalZoom.com, the first thing that I did was invest quite a bit of money at the time into developing a logo and a name. And a lot of people around me maybe didn't understand that as much, but we're very proud of the name that's on the wall. We really are. And mainly because our brand has been able to represent the incredible talent behind it. And it is time now, as we continue to grow, that we have more dedicated focus on ensuring and maintaining that brand. And I couldn't be more excited to be stepping into the Chief Brand Officer role, and frankly, couldn't be more excited for Grift to be guiding the future. In addition, Norm, as co-founder and kind of having the second longest tenure here at Thoughtium, almost 10 years, has done just some incredible work, particularly over the last few years, to set us up for the type of scalability that we've seen. Building the operational backbone at Thoughtium, ensuring that performance is in view in everything that we do, and guiding and leading a couple of huge accounts here at Thoughtium. Norm will maintain his Chief Operating Officer role, but with some really exciting things ahead. So Norm, I want to just first thank you for your incredible leadership over the years. Thank you for trusting Grift and I to have the conversations that we've had over the course of the last few months, and ultimately the three of us making this decision with such confidence.
I'll say, for me, this is just a moment. There's so many parts of, your growth trajectory, maybe even your career trajectory, where you get a chance to really be passionate about what you're doing and be surrounded by great people. And so I think for us, we've built an incredible relationship in addition to the business that's being built. And when I think back to, why did I join Thoughtium? What was it about the early conversations you and I had? And even as you joined, it's like we wanted to build a business and a culture that we were super proud of. And I think sometimes in large organizations, you can build it in small pockets. Sometimes you might be able to find the ways to make it work. But it's like, what if we did something incredible? What if we were able to be surrounded by talented practitioners that were doing high impact work, and we're getting to do it and we're having some fun doing it? So again, just really honored to be sitting at this table. And I think for all of us, whether it's a year or 10 years into, some type of, growth path, I think for me, I also felt like we were ready for some change, but we couldn't name it.
Yeah.
And so I think for us as a leadership team, we're often working with our clients and our partners to figure out, like, there's some type of market shift internally, externally. How do we get the team to get excited about that? And I think for us, what I love is I tell people, like, we're in this work. And this was at the highest of levels. So, many co-founders, may not have the awareness or the ability to say, hey, let's talk about the business first and then where my role fits in that. And I think in so many ways, just a huge kudos and acknowledgement for you to see this opportunity to say, like, I deeply believe in the business we're building. How can I better position all of us to lead this going forward? And then Grift, like, your ability to be able to step in, even year one, you could see it. I mean, you were 2 feet in, all in, like, what can I do? And at every inflection point, I just remember throughout the conversations Anthony and I would have, it's like, wow, this is an easy yes for Grift to join us as a partner, for him to be our Chief Commercial Officer. And now it was the easiest yes, he's our Chief Executive Officer. So again, I think it's just a testament
how
to—
easy was it?
I think it's just, again, like a testament to the trust in the business that's being built. And I think even for all of us, there's a little bit of a refresh and renew.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be known for and have maybe like an identity or a brand and say, like, this is what I do. And I think for all of us, like, it's good to feel that evolving nature of our leadership.
Yeah. I'll say, one of the things that the three of us have in common, and why the three of us are here as leaders at Thoughtium, is I say it's to do all of the things that we couldn't do in large organizations because of the red tape, or just because of the layers that you would have to navigate. And so, our ability to get in a room and say, this is the best decision for the firm, make the decision and move forward with it, was one of the more exciting, I think, motions that we've had as a business. And for me personally, one of the more gratifying opportunities to enable somebody else to step into a role that, quite frankly, is just super well suited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, one of the things that the three of us are very different in a lot of ways, but
In what ways,
but I think one of the things that's always connected the three of us as we've tried to build this business and the culture behind it is all of us believe so much in authentic leadership. And it does take courage to build your organization like in public. And I think that a lot of folks say they do. And they maybe hide some of their like dirty laundry behind some closed doors. And I think the three of us, what I've just so appreciated about our ability to navigate this situation, other big inflection points in our business is we've always approached it really authentically and seen authenticity as a currency in leadership, not as something to just like put on your wall, but really to lean into. And this is another moment of us being really authentic with how this helps us in our next iteration of growth at Thoughtium, and some interesting conversations we've had that have led us here. And I hope if you take nothing else away from experiencing Thoughtium, it's that, you know, we're authentic, we build in public, we do it because we want to be inspiring for others, and what you see is what you get on this platform and everywhere.
Yeah, I love that. Just to maybe round us out, you know, the changes that we're announcing here today were not simply because we needed a refresh at the top. They were in support of a longer term roadmap that we've put together that really articulates the growth and the excitement that you all should experience from Thoughtium over the next 3 to 5 years. So with that, Grift, maybe I'll start with you. What are you most excited about in terms of our business moving forward?
My new business cards.
Love that. They're in the mail.
Most excited. I think, man, like, I have such amidst the craziness that exists in the world right now. I mean, there's so much uncertainty. There's so many things happening globally in our communities. I think we continue to run a business that is for good. The things, then the type of work we do help organizations, but it inspires people to be better leaders. It inspires people to be better community members. I mean, some of the feedback we get in some of the leadership development programs we get are like, doesn't just make me a better leader, it makes me a better person. And I take that stuff to heart. And to me, I look at 2026 as another chance for us to sign up to the passion we all bring to this type of work, which is leadership has such amazing amounts of impact in companies and in communities. And we have a lot of opportunities to do it in our current client relationships. We have a lot of opportunities in our future client relationships. If you're looking for an authentic, inspiring, catalytic partner to help you in your leadership development and your biggest initiatives in your organizations, give us a call. We're always open to taking on new challenges. So I would say that's mine.
Phenomenal. Thank you, Grift. Norm, how about you? What's on your mind for 2026 and beyond?
I'll say looking at our team and the way that we've had individuals invest in their career and just continue to grow in so many different ways. And so as I look ahead, we've seen so many different individuals rise in their own leadership, their own practitionership. So I think I'm really excited to see, as we start to step back and lead the business in different ways, the team finding their own growth moments, you know, really stepping into what's most important to them in this season, and seeing them lead some of our, you know, biggest client relationships, some of those big moments in front of senior leaders, whether it's an offsite or a leadership development program, just seeing them rise to the occasion. We're such a passionate group of individuals. And I would say as we've continued to grow together, I just think there's going to be even bigger moments. And I've never been more confident in the team that we have.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I'll maybe share, you know, my perspective has to do with, you know, how you all, particularly our clients, should experience us over the course of the next 12 to 18 months. We have put a lot of pieces in place. Most importantly, some incredible professionals, coaches, consultants, practitioners in place to be able to have more focused and dedicated account-based support. What that means for us is we get really excited because we have a team now big enough and talented enough that we can start to organize smaller teams around specific clients. What that means for you is that you'll have a sense of continuity and even a deeper sense of relationship to Thoughtium, the firm, by way of familiar faces, by way of very particular talent. You know, we've had clients over the last year ask us to do much bigger, more scaled work, and we get super excited about that. What that's challenged us to do is to make sure that each of our accounts, each of our clients has the right dedicated support when they come to us and say, hey, we loved that program that you put on for 20 of our leaders. Now we want you to do it for all of our people leaders. And those have been some of the most exciting inflection points over the last year. And for 2026, we are now organized in more of an account-based approach so that the possibilities will be endless in terms of the value that we can drive to some of our clients. So really, really exciting stuff happening here at Thoughtium. And we were just so eager to jump on here today. And we joked before, we literally didn't plan this at all. So it was a little off the cuff, but that's the spirit of Navigating Now. And that's the spirit of our leadership here at Thoughtium. We walk the talk, and we walk the walk and talk the talk. Did I get that right? I don't think I got that right, but we do both. We walk and talk at the same time, maybe. But we really do feel passionate about modeling and demonstrating the very leadership principles that we get our clients excited to dive into. So we are super excited for 2026. We hope you all are as well. We want to wish you all a very happy new year. On behalf of the entire Thoughtium team, we hope you have a wonderful start to the year, and we'll see you here next week, 3 p.m.